Next, we're going to talk about the autism spectrum. Each individual with autism is unique. Many people with autism have exceptional abilities in visual skills, music, and academic skills. About 44% of individuals with autism have average to above average intellectual abilities, and approximately 1/3 of people with autism are nonverbal, but can learn to communicate using other means. These skills include using eye contact, gestures, body movements, imitation, sign language, pictures, and assistive technology devices to help them communicate. When language begins to develop, the person with autism may use speech in unusual ways. Some have difficulty combining words into meaningful sentences. They may speak only single words or repeat the same phrase over and over. They may have difficulty understanding body language, tone of voice, and expressions that are not meant to be taken literally. Facial expressions, movements, and gestures may not match what they are saying, and their tone of voice may fail to reflect their feelings. A person with autism may not respond or may take longer to respond to verbal communication by other people. They may find eye contact uncomfortable. Students with autism may not take social cues from other people's actions. For example, lining up in a line or stop talking when the teacher enters the room. People on the autism spectrum may need these hidden social rules to be explicitly taught. They may also have difficulty effectively communicating their own wants and needs, which often leads to frustration. Students with ASD often display a reduced tendency to share their interests with others, or the sharing is unequal. For example, the person may talk excessively about their own interests without referencing to see if the other person is interested. You may see unusual repetitive behaviors from our students with autism. These behaviors may include hand flapping or rocking, jumping and twirling, or arranging and rearranging objects. They may repeat words or sounds and phrases. Students may also have a tendency to engage in a restricted range of activities, and they may need the consistency in their environment or their daily schedule. Repetitive behaviors can also take the form of intense preoccupations or obsessions. Repetitive behaviors are among the first signs of autism to emerge in toddlerhood. They are seen in people across the autism spectrum. Students with ASD may perceive sensory input in a different manner. They may have a sensitivity to noise, touch, smell, light or sight, taste, or have a sensitivity to intense stimuli in their vestibular, proprioception, or interoception. Individuals who struggle with vestibular input have difficulty with their balance. Proprioception unconsciously tells us where our bodies are in relation to other objects and how our different body parts are moving. Interoception is the ability to sense the internal state of the body, for instance, to accurately identify sensations such as hunger, thirst, and pain. We're going to watch a brief video to see how it might feel to have some unusual sensory input. There are associated medical conditions that also accompany autism. Single gene disorders appear to affect 50 to 20% of those with ASD. These genetic disorders include Fragile X, Angelman syndrome, tuberculosis, sclerosis, and chromosome 15 duplication syndrome. GI distress affects up to 85% of children with ASD, and seizure disorders occur in 39% of those with autism. Seizures associated with autism tend to start in either early childhood or adolescence, but they may occur at any time. Sleep problems are common among children and adolescents with autism. And many persons with autism have unusual responses to sensory input, just like the video we watched. They have difficulty processing and integrating sensory information or stimuli, such as sight, sound, smells, taste, or movement. And they may experience seemingly ordinary stimuli as painful, unpleasant, or confusing. Pica is a tendency to eat things that are not food.